Hey, folks. We're going to go live in just a little bit. Last minute setup and preparation for everything, mostly just involving dusting the table. I was planning on doing a poll before this to see how many people want my cat to be on the stream, which I would assume would be unanimous, and then how many people would prefer my cat to me to be on the stream, which would definitely be unanimous. So there's that. Few more seconds while I pimp this out everywhere. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah. Lies. A few more seconds. Hey, if you're watching us on anything, as I know you are, shout out in the comments so we could elevate. My cat's staring at me through the window. What are you doing in there? Let me in. I want to do this too. All right. Let's do it. Ooh, abrupt music ending. I'm not used to that. I'm used to using a board. I want to do this just to get myself psyched up. Hi, folks. That was a lot more high energy than I expected. Hopefully, you could hear me since I'm not doing this with anyone else. I can't really do a mic test, or I mean, I guess I could have and should have, but I didn't. So, yeah, we're just doing it like this. Um, Welcome to Unboxing the Past Live, the Unboxing Day special. Let me tell you, folks, when I figured out this gimmick, I I was so proud of myself, so unreasonably proud of myself. Just way too if anyone ever listened to me talk anymore, which few people do, despite the fact that I broadcast for arguably a living, um, if anybody heard me talk, they would be outraged that I was so insufferable. So, yeah, that's going on. Uh, Basically, obviously, this was planned for the unboxing for Boxing Day, which is apparently the day after Christmas, and it has very little to do with boxes of gifts going to the recycling center. That's what I found out. That it has something to do with giving boxes to your servants, which is just kind of bleak in a many ways. It doesn't matter what it is, and I also don't know if we're ever going to be doing this again. If this is going to be a Boxing Day tradition for me, who doesn't really do anything around Christmas time, or if it's going to be the day after Boxing Day is Unboxing Day. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking about this because that's not the point of this. This isn't to make quality branded content. This is instead to explore the things that are in my home. And I just realized my plan was to have my hands out, my washed out hands out on screen much earlier than this because you people demand content. Uh, let's review what Unboxing the Past is supposed to be. Wow, really could have worked on. Who would have figured one naked halogen light bulb wasn't enough to make good lighting? Fluorescent, not halogen, actually. Anyways, so for those of you who are big fans of the Unboxing the Past. I'm surprised, but for those of you who are new or have forgotten because of trauma, I started Unboxing the Past in early-ish 2020, while most of us were locked down during pandemic. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fiddle with something. Here it is. This is not a treasure from the past, but it'll capture people's eyeballs. This is, in fact, a Hot Wheels that looks like that thing that Luke rode. This is the quality of deep cut information you're gonna get on this show. The thing that Duke rode or drove, probably drove. Land speeder. I knew the name of that. I would have gotten to it eventually. But yes, that's what this is. I'm playing with it. It's new. It's not. It's not unboxed from the past. It's unboxed from a box. I started this in early 2020 to I mean, like everyone or most everyone else, I was locked in with uh, family and material possessions, things that I've lugged around from home to home over the years. Some cases from apartments and even college dorms, or even earlier, like things that were lugged for me by parents, things from my childhood. And I just wondered what was inside these boxes and why I kept them, and wanted to share the precious memories that may or may not be associated with the stuff in the box. So this live special, unlike the pre-recorded, I think 3 or 4 episodes, will be spontaneous. They're all live to tape. I don't do a lot of editing on them. I want it to be again spontaneous, but this is going to be especially spontaneous because it's broadcasting out immediately. I might do a little bit of careful opening just so that, like, I don't know, personal identifiable information doesn't show up on screen before I could catch it. But other than that, it'll be right on the desk or near enough it. Yeah, so there were only a few episodes ever produced of Unboxing the Past for good reason. Again, I started this during the pandemic, the very start, when also I started a family. So I now have, I can't believe this, 2 beautiful, adorable pets. No, wait. I do actually have 2 pets. I have a cat and a fish, which happened since the pandemic. But I have 2 adorable sons, uh, 2 under 2. And like, it's crazy how time flies. And now I'm looking at the stuff that they've gathered, including things that are my eldest, who's 2. My eldest is like passing down to his little brother, but like, do we really want to keep it afterwards? I don't know. Um, and I don't know. A lot of this is big feelings, but it was a very busy time in my life. So doing this regularly seemed like it was the height of 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 egotism. Yeah, so let's continue that tradition this holiday season. Well, I think it's over, right? Mostly, kind of. I don't want to give you the doldrums, but at the same time, what else do you got? It's Tuesday night. You might as well be watching me. All right, share it, tell your friends because this is live and who knows if it's going to go on tape. All right, let's start with a small thing that's on the very top of the box. These are things I actually gathered just this weekend. Not even this weekend, like a day or two ago. I guess that would be this weekend as the time of this recording. And we're going to start off with a phenomenally uninteresting thing. That padding, is that really that washed out? I might have to get up and put on an additional light that I did think about setting up beforehand. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So this padding right here, this little thing, was a notepad that the cover was a race car, and I had it for years, and I remember it distinctly, the '80s race car that was here. And then for some reason, I was like, you know what, this notepad, got to keep it around. You never know when you need a weird sized piece of paper to jot down your adolescent thoughts. I don't know why I still have it. Doesn't have a hell of a lot of sentimental feeling for me, but it's something to occupy the screen as I awkwardly move away from the microphone just long enough to try to put on another light that I realize I'm blocking with a monitor. But let's do that. Da-da-da-da-da. What I was saying earlier, and of course, the only people who can... Oh, that's even somehow more washed out. Oh. All right. Pointless. Oh, that's right. I had those other overhead lights. Anyways, I guess poll in the comments if you want to have my cat running around like a lunatic during this, because why the hell not? So garbage. Is that garbage? Yes, it is. All right. So this is one of those things I don't want to show on camera right away because it's got an address and a phone number on it. It's a realtor's thing, something that like a realtor would keep in their like keep business cards or whatever in. I don't know recognize the name at all. That's not important. What's important is what's inside it, I think. Holy crap, I immediately recognize this from the font of this word, drugs. Okay. Let me just shake that off. Aha. Drugs kill bookmark. With skeletal hands and a syringe. Isn't that cool? Man, that is evocative of... Okay, so Clifton Against Substance Abuse, CASA. I wonder if CASA still exists, and also if there's another more popular CASA now that is like that sued Clifton against substance abuse into oblivion. And the setting, the letting on these letters, it looks like it's Lifton. What is that? Lifton against substance abuse. Quality content from Non-Productive. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. Neat. All right, that's this obvious thing that's also here. These are Halloween stickers. I got to make sure I get the angle right for this stuff. These are Halloween sticker treats from 1990. So 1990. I think I would have just been in like junior high. So I guess I didn't use the stickers because I was like, oh, stickers. I don't want you a sticker. I don't know why. I have no background for this, but it's... yeah. I love... So this is my Halloween aesthetic is spoopy, not or like goofy spooky, not like zombie guts on the front lawn. I was never a big fan of that kind of deal. I was always more into the other thing, the cutesy stuff. Let's see if I can find the next thing. Whoops. Again, just doing my due diligence not to reveal anybody if they don't want to be revealed. Yeah, okay. Good enough. Close enough for government work. Next thing, though, some of you are looking at this going, talk about this. In that case, I shall. These are puffy stickers, right? And obviously, they are Teenage Mutant. Why is this so blurry? Did I turn off autofocus? This is why you watch this stuff live, so that you get to know. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. That is, of course, Leonardo. Puffy stickers. There's dimension to this. Boop boop. And instructions to peel off backing made in Taiwan. So we got Leonardo, Raphael, Raphael in a different position. Uh oh, April O'Neil. Wow, this is. Why does she have such a low cut? I did not realize this when I was a kid. She has a very low cut jumper, which is a ridiculous outfit. And I'm trying to make out the copyright on this. Oh boy. 1986? Looks like it's 1988. Okay. April O'Neil. Let's see. Leonardo in a different position. Shredder. Yeah, so I guess these are just a bunch of Ninja Turtle stickers, and that's Rocksteady and Raphael again. I think again the reason I didn't use these Donatello might have been because I was trying to get the full set. Now I do have a Donatello, and that is another Leonardo. Of course, Splinter. Let's keep going, folks. There's one Michelangelo and another Shredder and another Rocksteady. Oh, that was the same one. And let's see, another Donatello. This is a cutout proof of purchase. Is this what this is? Donatello. It is a sticker. It's a Kraft 1990 sticker. May have come in like mac and cheese or something. Wow, these are ridiculous. This is a slightly glittery 1991 Raphael, another Rocksteady, or perhaps the same one that keeps coming up. Michelangelo in a different position. Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo. I think Donatello, I only have him in the one position. Interesting. More interesting is this weirdly like 1970s sticker pack of a giraffe, a tiger. I guess it's a tiger. Those are stripes, and an elephant hanging out. Craft handy snacks and Toys R Us instant win game. Guys, gender non-specific guys, we can do this. I don't see any expiration date on this thing. Well, there's definitely an expiration date right there. But other than that, we can get whatever this is. It's a Toys R Us instant win game. And also, just in case we need it, I've got the aquatic pack of shark, a fish of some kind, and an octopus. Ooh. Heck, this is going to be retirement money, man. Retirement. Okay. This is pretty interesting, I guess. Was it? Hopefully. Let's move it over here. Ugh. That was my hairy forearm. All right, once again, let's keep pushing through. I'm just having fun going through this stuff. Let's see what the shipping label on this. It is, let's see. Okay, something I need to conceal. Sure, it's got a private name. Okay, but I will, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open one flap, and the rest of it I will do on camera. Wow! This probably is the better way of doing it. That's how you know it's real. Oh, man. Ooh. So, I could count the number of times I went to Disney. And, just before we move off the stickers, Brian McGinnis did, I don't know if he's still doing the show. He has an awesome, Brian McGinnis from Playable Characters podcast. You may have heard him on Non-Productive. Does an awesome show where he talks to people about collectible cards and stickers. And yes, if you've seen this, I'm ready to talk. I haven't, this may cut off my invitation right off, but I don't really remember collecting these. I do kind of remember like Ninja Turtles, like right at the point when I was like, am I too old for this? But I wasn't. It was just, I was a douchey kid who thought he was better than everything. Disney, I went to Disney like, I think one, two, three times in my life as a kid. The last time I went with my father, and I think it was like 15 or so. And frankly, he just spoiled the hell out of me. He let me get whatever I want. So I have so much weird swag from that trip. These are 6 souvenir pens from Walt Disney Collectibles, and these are different stages or ages of Mickey Mouse. There's 28, 36, that's 41, 47, 55, and 86. 86 would have been probably the first time I went or so. I'm not sure why. Maybe that was the last time I got a major overhaul before. Um, yep. It cost $750 from the Walt Disney Company, which I feel like today you would never get a souvenir for $750 at any of those Disney stores at Walt Disney World. Oh, cool! And it was Mickey's Paper Company, which I believe was one of the stores specifically. The stores I remember back in the day in Disney World being, and again, nostalgia goggles, were much more like thematic. So there was a paper company store. There were like stores that did specific things. Now, the last time I went, which was again in 2020, um, I felt like every store was almost exactly the same. Not exclusively, some were slightly different, but for the most part. And I remember Lion King had just come out, so I guess you could figure out what year that was. If you 94, I want to say. I don't remember. And it's not the style of the show, especially not when it's live, to stop to look it up. But these pens came out. Simba, Timon, Ralphio. I don't know why I can't make out the name, and I don't know why I just didn't say the name because I know it. It's Rafiki, but Rafio, Plum. That's not it. That's Pumbaa. Najaya. I actually don't remember her name off the top of my head. I know it's an N name, and I blanked. Well, write me angry letters. And Mufasa and Simba. Mufasa has a share with uh his murderer. Oh, did I hurt your feelings? Write a letter. Speaking of writing a letter, if you want me to try to use these pens and you're watching live, that's how you get to demand stupid things of me. Like open up how many years ago now? 10, 20, 30 years? That doesn't seem right. How many years ago has it been since Lion King came out? I'm going to look it up. You can't stop me. I'm backing up. Lying. No, you can't stop me because my keyboard isn't working. Oh, well, the hell with that. If you know, shout it out into the void. More Lion King paraphernalia. This is, of course, a Simba keychain made in Taiwan. Boy, Taiwan. Boy, howdy. Yeah, nice, flexible, that rubbery plastic material that was everywhere for a time. That is a Lion King pin. I was Lion King crazy. I know I was. I just loved the hell out of that movie. It was amazing to me. Oops a daisy. Is that the company that made it? Oops a daisy. This is the Lion King pin. Is that Mufasa and wife, or is that Simba and wife? Who knows? I'll go into that in a minute. Another Dragon Lion King pin with this is a poster pin. I actually really like poster pins now, and I didn't like them at the time. I was like, these are too gauche. What an idiot. Anyways, this is all right. So this is from Busch Gardens. It's another one of those little keychains for the Drakenfire, which was or is, I'm not looking it up again, a roller coaster from that theme park from Busch Gardens. And I think on the way to Disney or the way home from Disney in that last trip with my dad, we went to Busch Gardens. We had no idea what it was like. It was that and another theme park we just tried for the first time, and this was the best roller coaster. And for some reason, I was able to ride it over and over again, one after another, like, I just kept rolling. Maybe it was, like, not busy that day or something, and it was so good, I needed the keychain to commemorate it, which I thereby never used on anything, because why would I? Hey! Wow! Please write letters to cancel non-productive. That's not a funny joke because some people actually mean that seriously, and those people are sad. Anyways, yes, this is a SeaWorld um, orca pin. I forgot the name. Shamu was probably the orca at SeaWorld. I guess I've seen it. I think I've seen it. Yeah, I don't know if I saw Shamu, but I did see killer whales at SeaWorld many, 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 many years ago. $2.99 for this pin. Also another pin. And now you can only see animatronic ones. I wish. I don't think that's actually true. I think they're phasing out orcas or something like that, which is good. Hey, another Drachenfire keychain member bag clip thing. You know what? I'm gonna put this on one of my bags, my briefcases, and just dare anybody to ask me questions. And then I'll point them to this thing. Another pin for the same. There's got to be a story. You know what? I think we went to a movie. They were playing this movie a lot in Florida at the time, and I think if you went, you got the poster pin. And this must be me and my father's and I's. These were protected in another bag. Must have been really important. Poster pin for Aladdin. Really wish this was less blurry. That's the problem with using a webcam. Normally, we don't use a webcam for this thing for unboxing the past. But this time around, you know, we just threw this out. Special thanks to our partners who allowed us to do this stream simultaneously everywhere. Okay, Monster Mash, SeaWorld. What? This is one of those pennies you squeeze. This is called Monster Mash, which I'm really having trouble focusing on. Sorry, folks. It looks like it's a dinosaur on this. So I guess at some point, SeaWorld attempted to expand out into the realm of monsters, or otherwise known as dinosaurs. But then they got a lot of letters written to them saying that's offensive to and hurtful to the dinosaurs. This is Mission Bermuda Triangle. Again, really hard to make out. It's faint in the stamping. I think it was another SeaWorld event. I don't remember being a collector of stamped pennies, but I guess you do what you need to do when you're online. And this is a collectible coin, which I'm trying to get centered into the hole where the thing goes. All right. And this looks like a Pirates of the Caribbean, which would have been pre-movie. So just for the ride. Yeah, Walt Disney World Pirates of the Caribbean like challenge coin. uh which is it's a look. It is a look that I will definitely I'm very proud of. And this is very hefty, right? And is it opened? It's not opened, or at least it's not easily opened. It doesn't seem like it's open at all. Yeah, there's a staple still in it. I'm not worried about the collector value of opening this, but I don't want to struggle with things more on this stream. It's already been a kind of an embarrassment. And here's a plastic bag. All right, next. I know you guys. Interesting. These are my jacks, which may have been my sister's jacks. I don't remember getting them. They were just handed me down. So one of the things about being a child of immigrants in America. Oh, I'm seeing I get comments. Sorry, I blocked those out. Center that thing. I'm worried about the collector's value. Thank you, Raptor Bait. Yeah, you're a smarter person than me. I was just gonna rip it right open. We were talking about the Pirates of the Caribbean coin, which cannot get in the middle of the screen. All right, and it's very hard to make out any of the details with this crap camera. Oh, camera's really. I wonder if I messed it up in rigging it up in this position. Probably, but there it is. It's a bunch of ghosts in the pirate place, otherwise known as the pirate ship. Very good point. Jacks, by their nature, belong to those whose hand they are in. That's deep. Very deep raptor bait. Um, so one of the thing about being the rubber on this ball is like if I press it hard enough, it'll crumble to dust. And these are even rusted out. I'd be afraid to grab them. So I had no clue what jacks were. No idea what the game was like, or that there was a game around it. We inherited these. These were hand me downs or something from friends of the family, or they were left in the apartment we rented when we first came to America, or something along those lines. It's one of those things that we've had always. And I never got what you were supposed to do. Were you going to bowl for the little pin things, the little caltrops? What was the deal with these? What's the deal with jacks? I never got it until I was probably in elementary school or middle school, where some media I saw a kid playing jacks, bounce the ball, grab the jacks, etc. And it's interesting how something that is basically fundamental can be baffling if you don't have the cultural background for it. All right. Let's the other problem with doing a show like this is that I'm not on an omnidirectional mic. I'm still doing the broadcast mic. Thank you for struggling through, folks. All right. I'm going to deal with a huge thing that's the elephant in the room. Most of this was Disneyana, right? Or at least Florida-ana, because, the SeaWorld stuff. What's this here? Looney Tunes pens. Dear Daffy, duck season is coming soon. That's a threat. That is an actionable threat, Rabbit. Made in China. I know I'm noticing all that. Looney Tunes characters is copyright 1995, according to the blurry thing that I read to you just now. It's my pen. It's my pen. Mine, 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 mine. Okay, cool. Yes. So I believe, I may not be right. This is still taped down with garbage tape. But if I recall correctly, these pens were maybe from the very, very, very short-lived Warner Brothers store. I'm not sure if it's these pens. I actually kind of remember them being more heavy duty and there was one missing. I just realized this. There's a Bugs, a Sylvester, and there's definitely a Daffy missing. Daffy being my boo, as they say. I think I love Daffy the most, but the crazy Daffy, the goofy Daffy, not just the egotistical Daffy. You know what I mean. You have opinions about the different Daffy Ducks over time. Yeah, so I think this came from the very short-lived Warner Brothers stores that would be in malls like the Disney stores were, which are now also very short-lived, and that they're not that short-lived, but they're gone, or mostly gone. Crazy times are ahead. First, oh my god, this is amazing. This is the box alone, made exclusively for Butterfly Originals, is a Peanuts wallet, which I definitely have. I saw for the somewhere in my my valet, my gentleman's valet has it. I keep thinking about using it as my default wallet, but I don't want it to get damaged. But I really do like that wallet. Yeah, and it has fake Snoopy money in there and Woodstock money and whatever. My dad, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this on, I think I have on Unboxing the Past. My dad ran a store for a while that was it was like a tchotchke store. How do I put this? It felt, I guess, the closest equivalent I could say is, imagine a Hallmark store that was unbranded Hallmark, but similar in that these were little knickknacks, and it wasn't like just a everything general store or dollar store. It was specifically like Japanese imports and weird ephemera and odd stuff like that. So one of the things that he had a million of was ET paraphernalia, because that movie was huge, and I had so many weird ET things growing up that I'll still stumble upon, like, a box of ET things, and this is an ET pin, of which there are 2 in this box alone, and I love them, and they are my children, my other children. I love that. Oh, there's more in this box. Did I just collect ET things? This is an ET keychain that has scenes from the movie in it, unaltered, of course. That's what ET looks like, folks. Don't be fooled by that CGI monstrosity that has kind eyes now. No, he was he was scary. That's awesome. What is this thing? Oh my god. Holy crap. Apparently we also had, remember this? What's this movie? Ice Pirates. Yes. Star Wars. Wow, I don't even have any memory of this. I know it's from the same batch, but I don't remember there being a lot of Star Wars stuff in his store. Wow, that's cool. That's Luke. Scenes from Return of the Jedi. Being super careful with this because I love it. And that's the Emperor lightning things, and that's, what is this? Is that, I don't even know. Oh, that's Endor. Up, that's Slugworth and Princess Bikini. All right, cool. And an acorn brooch. I have strong memories of the acorn brooch. I don't know where it comes from, but like I was very much into woodland mm, fantasy, I guess, as a kid. Like David the Gnome, although like predating David the Gnome, maybe like just like the things you would experience in the woods, in these fantasy stories. So I liked that aesthetic. Without, I'd never had the word for it before. So this brooch I thought was cool and maybe even a little magical. Every once in a while you'll find like squirrel and raccoon paraphernalia with me. There's of course this Snoopy pin for the letter G. Probably never noticed it was a G before. Uh, yeah. And da-da-da-da-da, world's best athlete. I earned that by competing in many different family board game stuff, I think. Okay. And oh, that's a turkey pirate. This is a pirate turkey pin. Guys, guys, it's a pirate turkey pin. You see that? Pirate turkey pin. If you have any context for this, please, for the love of God, tell me. I, I beautiful. All right, this thing is okay. Another thing, my father had a lot of these were I think some of them are keychains and some of them were actually like necklaces, pewter necklaces or what have you. And it was ET in various positions. That's I think a barely gold one, and that's a barely silver one. The patina has kind of made them morph into the same color now. And this is ET with his finger up, and this is with him listening to Ace of Base. I should have picked an 80s band. All right. And this is a little ET locket. This is the ET treasure trove here. And this is probably the end of, yeah, this would have gone here and it probably just sprung out from one of the ET things. And this is a mystery die. Who knows what this die can be? I always try to collect little dice since I was a kid. I'm big into weird, expanding odd role-playing games now. But who could possibly know? Who can possibly know what this die was? I'll tell you one thing. As a kid, I didn't know. I had no idea what this is. Why would it be 2, 4, 8? Why would it keep doubling like this? I believe it's a backgammon die. I think it's like a very common die, but there was no internet, no way for me to look this up, and I remember trying to figure out like a game I could play with this. And I probably, being the nerd I was, what played multiplication the game. All right. Let's see what else is in here. I could feel other things, but my angle makes it hard for me to actually see other things. But I can see that there's something here. Ooh. Oh my god. What is this thing? Oh, that's cute. Hey, it's got my name on it. That's me. I'm the guy who that is. Walt Disney World named keychain. Ooh, the patina on this is crazy. And it's Mickey and Frank from the same trip probably. But that's not what I wooed at. I just saw this thing. Now, texture-wise, it is an eraser. I could tell that right away from feeling it. And these little pieces on the back are little thin magnets that might be on the back of, let's say, I don't know, like a calendar that someone gives you for your refrigerator or whatever. So fair enough. There's even pencil marks here because I think I liked writing with pencil on erasers at some point. I don't remember. I think it's a thing kids did. So I distinctly remember this. This is, but parts of this. So I don't know what's on the front until I turn around, and then it'll probably all come back to me. But this eraser was important enough or cool enough to me where I glued magnets to the back because it's still a little tacky and stuck this on the fridge as if it was my own like custom made refrigerator magnet, which is a kind of weird thing, crafty thing for a kid to do. And I don't know why I would have done it. And I just took a peek at what's on the other side, and I'm not sure what this is about. Because for some reason, I decided to turn this pound puppy, I think it's a pound puppy, eraser from 1986, Tonka Group Corp. I guess Tonka Toys made pound puppies. Anyways, make this into a refrigerator magnet. I don't remember especially. That was a little broken right there. I don't remember especially liking pound puppies. In fact, I remember as a kid. I think this is pound puppies. If I'm wrong, let me know. And if you know, uh, they yes, the magnets and nylon erasers. How do they work? But yeah, I'm not sure why I decided to do this, but I do remember it may have been like an experiment because I do remember doing this with a fair amount of my favorite whew, erasers. Yeah, I had favorite erasers, and yeah, that's a pound puppy eraser right there. Must have been very key. There's foam at the bottom of this thing, and if I peel the foam back, oh, there's another sheet of foam underneath, and then some piece of plastic here. So I'm gonna take this off camera because again, like I said, personal identifiable information. Oh, that's creepy. That's It could have had writing on it, but this waxy paper has lost all print now. I'm wondering if this just is what was in the box originally. Boom. That's slightly disappointing. Nothing. Okay, so there's a lot of foam protecting a piece of paper that, as far as I can tell, has nothing on it. I'm assuming my parents were spies, but just not good ones. All right. Let us I know, I mean, like they got away with it for as long as they did, but I'm phenomenally dumb. So let's go through another bag. This one's gonna be a little less surprising for me just because the bag is so like exposed, but it is perplexing why I kept them. So there's that. Let's just start with the biggest thing I've got, and this may be the only one of interest. Slurpee cups. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Play the 1-800 collect Simpson mystery sweepstakes. Watch Fox for details. And this is, of course, from the Who Shot Mr. Burns special, the season finale. That was Who Done It. I don't know. I can't. I don't have to explain this to anybody who's uh, a Simpsons fan. Infamous episode. We got Otto, Moe, Barney, groundskeeper Willie, Homer, Tarman Transier. No. Principal Skinner, Smithers, Abe Simpson, Apu, Bart, Lisa, and I assume these are the feet of old Moneybags Scrooge McDuck, otherwise known as Mr. Burns. So yeah, there are 3 cups in here, crushed lids, and this, from the looks of it, like, it's not one of those things where you, like, easily took one and didn't use it, just didn't fill it with anything. I think these had like, Slurpee in them at one point. My go-to flavor was pina colada. I know you wanted to know. And yeah, I kept the cups because I like them. Sentimental I don't know why. I feel a little skeevy of keeping these. If they were completely clean, I would be actually annoyed that I'd debate whether or not to throw them out. But if these are in fact used, and it seemed like they were, yeah, these are not going to be kept around for for long past this video. But that's why I'm doing this video, so I could have an archive and I could talk about the weird things again. Oh, I should talk about this. This was a hit for me and my friends in high school. High school, I think high school, and I absolutely loved this. Well, the show in general, of course, we quoted it incessantly at each other, but this particular season and this is season finale and I guess premiere. Absolutely great. The mystery was ridiculous and hilarious and wonderful. And we were definitely trying to figure out the mystery, watching them over and over again, the episode over and over again on VHS, trying to figure it out. Maybe even calling this 1-800-collect number and attempt to play the Simpsons mystery sweepstakes. I wonder who won that. Is this one of those things where, like the craft sticker from earlier in this broadcast, no one no one has ever actually won? I think there's a documentary about that. Like, who won these things when we were kids? But yeah, we definitely try to figure it out, and I cannot remember if any of us came anywhere close. I feel like I remember at the time News did a thing right before the premiere came for the resolution that Las Vegas odds were pretty high on it being Maggie or Waylon Smithers, and of course those were the 2 important ones in that premiere episode. I won't spoil it for you just in case you're doing catch up. This is a bag full of cups, by the way, in case you didn't know. Fun at the fair. Oh, the art on this is so iconic. I don't know who did it. If you do, shout out a comment. But I've seen this for years, and it is great. It's one of those things that you keep looking and finding things. I don't know how often they update it. This Burke would probably be the person who did the art on this. I think this was from the New Jersey State Fair. I think the first time I went was in high school. My friends took me. I had no idea what a fair was outside of the commercial. Rides and attractions, nonstop action, and that's not for the New Jersey State Fair. That was some other stuff. If I keep singing it, I might remember, but it was like New York television, so I assume it has something to do with that. So we must have went to the fair at some point in high school. Failed to impress any of the people we wanted to impress, regardless of gender. And then I got the cup to go home with. That was a lot. That sounded a lot sadder than I meant. Oh my goodness. Oh, goody. Oh, they're all fucking. All right. If there was anything I liked more than all the weird stuff I've been showing, it was Jurassic Park as a kid. These are McDonald's Jurassic Park cups. I have no problems keeping these because they're hard plastic. They're not like the wax paper stuff. This is the Brachiosaur cup from the Brachiosaur scene in Jurassic Park, the original Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park so much. I'm hesitating whether I should admit this on the stream. I was upset that Spielberg didn't win the Academy Award that year for Jurassic Park. All I'll say about that is look up who won the Academy Award that year and for what, and imagine what kind of a dork I was. Hey, hold on. Something amazing happened. Uh, yeah, I did notice that. Raptor bait. The killer wasn't in the cup. But we do have a longer comment. The winner. However, this is a quote. However, the winner, Fela Gibson of Washington, D.C., did not watch the show and opted to accept a cash prize in lieu of being animated. The contest is referenced at the end of part one when Dr. Hibbert, ostensibly breaking the fourth wall, says, "Well, I couldn't possibly solve this mystery. Can you?" Yeah, oh, I remember that line from the actual show. And that's interesting, Fela Gibson. Do you regret it? I'm assuming you do watch this show, this YouTube Twitch show about the things in my basement. So, anyways, yeah, this is the Brachiosaur thing. A little blurb about the movie, how to pronounce the dinosaur cup. Boom, Christine Lawrence. I wish you were here to watch this and be excited. I'm sure you have these cups. Wow, this one is so much more pristine than the one that was on the outside of the stack, which makes sense. McDonald's cup again. This is the Velociraptor. Spoilers. And let's keep going. This is the Gallimimus. I'm sure the only reason I know how to pronounce these things flawlessly is because of the movie. And hold on. This is the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, so kept these mugs, collectible items worth every penny because it probably costs like $2 to get the drink. I don't know. I would definitely use this cup to drink from in like casual settings now, like business casual. Like if I want to impress a client, I just whip out the Brachiosaurus and be like, just drink, well, to take a big drag, and dare them not to hire me. Boom! All right, Florida heads. Gatorland in Orlando, Florida. It's one of those tourist traps things you need to go see when you've done everything else. This is a picture of a man who curiously only looks like he has one arm, feeding a raw chicken to some gators. Florida. Florida. Now I wish Jordy were here. Yes, so I remember liking Gatorland. I don't remember it being especially cruel, but I also don't remember SeaWorld being it, and I haven't. We're not talking about Blackfish right now, but anyways, yeah, probably got a lemonade from here. That was my, I think, go-to refillable cup drink, maybe root beer, but probably lemonade because it's Florida. And this was when I first tried, and may have only tried, human arm. No, no, no. Raw chicken. No, 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 no. I did eat alligator there. They had some like alligator nuggets. My father and I tried it, and it was a hilarious home video of him chewing something, and we were asking him how. I asked him how did it taste, and he goes, because I was recording everything at that trip. So many low quality videos. No, not this one. The one I recorded as a child, and I believe he said. He was like, I'm like, how does it taste? And he's like, disgusting. I remember it tasting a little bit like chicken and like with a hint of fish, which kind of makes sense if you think about it. Oh my God, there's a lot more. I might have to breeze through these. Okay. Rainforest Cafe mug, a wild place to shop and eat. Don't have any particular memories of this. This actually may not even be mine anymore. This may be one of those situations where this was stored in my parents' house for so long that they were like, "Huh, there's a bag full of bottle cups here. Let's put our garbage cups in there." Another Rainforest Cafe thing. Yeah, there's a website associated with this, so that's relatively modern, and I don't think I would have kept it. Maybe it was from like a niece's birthday. Another one. Ooh. Oh wow. Okay, so Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. I remember watching Pokemon for the first time in college, while we were like way early in the morning in our dorm room, just when we were just like a little buzzed, and by buzzed I mean buzzed from staying up all night playing role playing games. Um, and yeah, so this probably was a younger member of my family's cup. If you have a fond memory of Pokemon, you can get that cup. I will give it to you. This is WRSU 88.7 FM. The birth of Non-Productive was at this radio station. And this is one of the cups I was given as a chalice full of human blood. And that is how I made my pact to keep this show alive forever, well past its expiration point. Big feelings. So, I mean, I was raised a Jets fan. Is what? But I guess I'm a Giants supporter. What? I see. Uh Now I know Mets. This is getting sadder as it goes on. Katie, I wish you were there for the Mets Cup. Yankees. I went to a Yankees game as a young child. So I guess I'm a Yankees fan. It feels like I should be a Mets fan. Jets, Nets, Mets, right? I should do the trifecta. Plus, there's a certain sadness that goes with all of those. I think I should probably do that. Pirates. I have no idea where this came from. Pittsburgh Pirates. What? Was I just collecting them at this point? That was the WRSU. I think this was the label when I started, and this is where we left off on, if I recall correctly. Or I may have inversed that. Another Yankees Cup. This is the same Yankees Cup again. And this one may have been the Yankees Cup I got Burger King from the one and only Yankees game I went to as a child. I may have been to other Yankees games, like opening games or something. I feel like you looked it up, did you? Yes, 94. Yeah, yep. So I'm not gonna read this comment out loud. I'll put it up on screen. But as I was saying, as a kid, 94, I was disappointed. I think I was even a little mad at Steven Spielberg because he didn't win Best Picture for Jurassic Park. What won? Yeah. That's my favorite comment of all time. I swear. Raptor Bait 33. I love it. Yes. Schindler's List. And I remember at the time thinking, like, I'm not saying don't make Schindler's List, just wait a year so you can get Best Picture twice. So at least there was that. At least there was that. I was trying to maximize the amount of awards Spielberg would have won. Oh, no. Cool. Aladdin mug from Burger King and the movie Aladdin. And then finally, I wish I had a better memory of this. Dorney Park, Wildwater Kingdom, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I don't think I've ever been here. And I don't think I rode on Hercules either. But I do believe my dad took my sister one year when we were out of the country. So my dad and my sister were the only ones who stayed behind. And I think they went to Dorney Park amongst the many weird places they went to visit. I think Coney Island as well. Places I had never been to. Obviously, it still stings a bit that I haven't gone to these things. The Hercules thing, I think, was a gift, like a consolation prize my dad got for me for not having gone on the trip because I like sword and sorcery stuff. And honestly, I don't remember the Hercules stories with him on a winged Pegasus wielding a sword, but I like it. I'd watch and or read. 1010 would revisit. Okay. So I can't believe I've been doing this for over an hour, and I literally just went through like 2 boxes barely and there look small boxes of the stuff I have been accumulating my life. And it's not even that, like, of course, I couldn't go through my entire life in an hour or whatever, but, like, they were small, and it took an hour to do this. I almost wanna do this regularly because it feels like it's less pressure than the production work I put into, believe it or not, the other stuff I do. Um, ah, we'll see. So I do have one more bag from that same trip. Oh, this is interesting. This is a bag of hats. It's just a bag of hats. I remember going through it a few years ago saying, "I'm gonna get rid of some of these hats," and this bag was the bag I of hats I decided to keep. Not necessarily because I like them or they fit me. No, not because they fit me and they're, like, current hats, whatever that means, but, like, they had some sentimental value. So this bag should be another, like, 4 hours. First thing I'm gonna say is that they're all in a giant KB Toys plastic bag. So that's vintage for 2 reasons. Um, boy. Yes, let's do this. Let's see how much of this I could go through. This is this is my school for ooh, little soiled probably from storage because it was just in a bag in the closet. School number 4, Clifton school safety patrol. This is my safety patrol hat. And it wow, actually almost fits. Does it? It would fit. Oh, what the hell? I have a huge head. Hats don't normally fit me. I guess this means I always had a huge head and it never got. Huh. Wow. That's something I should probably check out, right? I don't know. Odd. Okay. Checking comments. Not all comments are being carried over, unfortunately, but it's okay. So let's cool. This is my little league hat, the Delta mold. I just realized Delta molds. I didn't know it at the time. For years, I didn't know it, but we were like named after the company that sponsored our team, and I guess that's some sort of like molding company or like like a contraction company. Um, Absolutely true. Shopping bags are a limited resource now because they've been banned for good reasons. But like, at first, I was all in favor of it, and I still am, obviously, for ecological purposes. But like now, my bags are really valuable, not as collector's items, as like convenient, small, light things to carry things with. Wow. This is my airbrushed hat class of '89, which probably was like elementary school. Okay. You'll see that this is a Playboy hat. This says Frank on it in stenciled velvet. Uh, I'm relatively positive no Playboys need to stencil their baseball caps in velvet with their name. But I also am relatively certain this was not mine, or at very least, I had no idea what this was. No clue. I would have been so like from everything else in these bags. I'm way young from these things. I think this may have been a cousins who went by Frank occasionally and was just dorky enough to want this. You may be thinking I'm trying to protect myself. I've admitted to a lot of stupid things on this table. RE 1994 Oscars, but like, and I don't really care about. I would admit to. I said I was a Jets fan. I mean, what more do you want from me? But yeah, I don't know. I also don't know why we keep it. This is the Yankee hat that I think I was given by the friend of the family or the uncle who brought me to my first Yankee game, first and only. I feel like people are going to hate me for being a Yankee fan and good reason. All right, let's party hat. Yeah. And it's got Snoopy and the balloons and stars and Woodstock. Sorry. And they're drinking root beer. Man, this is a party hat. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I wore this occasionally. And does it fit my big ass head? If I don't mind ripping it, yes. So you may see me on stream with this hat in the future. Let's see what else we got. Okay, this is what I call the Disney World haul. Like I said, that last trip spoiled. Lion King hat. Disney's Aladdin hat. Disney Animation Nation hat, if I recall correctly what this thing was called. It's from Goofy's Hat Company, by the way. I don't know if that still exists, Goofy's Hat Company. I don't remember seeing it recently on my recent trip, the 2020 trip. I think this was called Animation Nation, or maybe that was a t-shirt I got. It's very like 90s hip hop. Nope. Well, that's not a Disney hat. This Goofy, it's dusty more than anything else. And I think some of the ink from one of the other hats may have came off. I can't put it in frame. There's too much garbage. This Goofy baseball cap, which I thought were Goofy ears for a while. I always wanted Mickey ears. I didn't get it the first time when I went as a little kid. So I guess my father decided to get me a Goofy hat at some point. I love Goofy. Yeah, I think Goofy and Donald were my go-tos. My WR shoe hat. Love this guy. All right, I think we're going back into. Oh, that's why everything is getting gross. There's what seems to be pencil shavings. More various Mickey hats here that I'm worried about exposing to. Yeah, there's some dust on this bag. So there's a Pumbaa looking at a bug. Who wouldn't want that on their hat? Pumbaa Timon Bug Patrol? Again, who wouldn't want that on their hat? Mickey Tartan? You sure? And the one I can't show easily because there's like a lot of, again, closet dust. I could do it. There it is. Mickey. Classic Mickey. All right. That does that bag. Oh, did I get dust on everything? I did. That was the dust. It's like shavings from the ceiling of the closet that bag was stored in. The collector's value of my Jurassic Park mugs ruined until I lightly blow on them. What else? I feel like I want to end on a high note, and this may not have been it. Just like a bag full of hats. There's got to be at least one random box I've not gone. Oh, this one. Give me a minute. Haha. Did you know that we started off as a radio station? We did. And you know what started off my love of radio? My crystal radio kit. Science fair. This was a kit I got from Radio Shack. The real, actual, original Radio Shack. Not even the cool rebranded Radio Shack right before they went bankrupt. But this is, this was a standard thing back in the day when I was a kid. And it allowed you to make a crystal radio that you can actually pick up actual radio stations with and listen to it on this little headpiece. I haven't opened this up in maybe 30 years. Oop, there's my owner's manual. Bam. And hey, there's my radio kit. It looks like I left it assembled. Now, can I pick up on anything? Wow, this is in pretty good condition. So yeah, the idea is you can listen to actual broadcast radio stations using nothing more than science. Okay, I'm getting a bunch of HD nonsense. All right. All right. Some angry people screaming about politics. Yes. Okay. Foreign language. But I could also tell, despite the fact that it's a language I don't understand, it is like you angry about modern politics. That's interesting. Yeah. So, absolutely. It is a wonder that these things worked, and it's what got me excited. It is like the first step that got me excited about radio. The second step was when I realized shortly after this kit that you can broadcast very short range, but you can broadcast, and it wouldn't be entirely illegal as long as your um, the frequency was low. Actually, I don't even think I cared about the legality of it. I was just like, "Oh, I could broadcast. I could be um, a radio station of my own," and I did. I built a kit where I could broadcast my voice on on AM radio, I believe, and it worked. And you could hear it from like across the room. I could shout louder than, the range on this thing was, but, yeah, and then I think later on in school, maybe high school, maybe even earlier, maybe middle school, we we got a wire wrapped around the building so that it worked as a major antenna, and we got, like, signal out to the parking lot. So, yeah, that basically opened the door to all this wonderful stuff. All right, I it's been an hour and 15 minutes now. I can't keep droning on. I can, but I shouldn't. I should at least clean the desk and decide what is keeper, what is it. As always, if you see something on this that you really desperately want, leave us a comment, mention it, and I'll see if there's a way we can reach out and mail you something. Um, but yeah, this is. I mean, none of this. I don't think any of this has any real value, real monetary value, I should say. It has real sentimental value, some of it. And it really, it's just a good idea, I think, to go through the stuff in your life, take stock, decide what this says about who you are as a like, I forgot how geeky I was into radio. We've been doing non-pro for so many years, and so much of it has been like streaming video and podcasts and what have you. I forgot that we started as live radio. Um, and that I started even earlier as live radio, and even the Hercules mug, which had no direct bearing on me, reminded me how much as a little twerp, sword and sorcery was my jam. Um, and of course, The Simpsons will always be there. That's what that was a takeaway. That was a major takeaway for today, in case you didn't realize it. This has been a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this. Maybe I'll do it more often and not just once a year on unboxing day. But let me know if you're catching this in a broadcast, a rebroadcast, or archived on YouTube or whatever. Let me know what you think and whether or not you want to see more of this amazing content. Hashtag content. A lot of fun. Thank you for those of you who are joining us live throughout the show, especially Raptor Bait. That was that was the greatest. I love the commentary and especially the the uh, the dragging me because of the 94 Oscars, because that was ridiculous. Um, yeah, so if you're interested, do the things, subscribe, hit the bell, follow at least or whatever. Uh, I love you all. I hope you have a great holiday, or you had a great holiday, and that you continue to have great holidays. Don't let the next few weeks where it gets the coldest and the darkest, in many ways, uh, get you down. Just keep enjoying it. There's no reason why you shouldn't enjoy the music you like, the eggnog you like, and the company that you like. And we hope we here at Non-Pro are part of that company that you like to keep. Goodbye.